who do you, I know you speak highly of Odell Beckham.
Yeah, that's one guy who can bend. I mean, anytime he can just reach to the ground. He just looks pain-free, like smooth, just like liquid, like just keeps going, man. It's unbelievable. Like he looks fast, can just bend. That's where you want to be at.
I remember the first time Odell was staying at Drake's house, and GRONK was filming something in LA, and I took him over there. And they've obviously hung out before, and this was the first time, you know, they actually got to chill. And we threw on a beat, and, you know, GRONK went straight to dancing. And I didn't know that he's never like seen Odell dance.
No, never have. And then he just started whipping out dance moves.
Killing it.
I'm like, damn, dude, that dude can move. Like the way he can bend, I was like, that's how I always want to be. I mean, when I get that feeling, like you feeling good, you can bust some moves out. You just feeling like you can bend, you can twist, you can do anything at any time. And I feel like when I was watching him dance, I was like, damn, that's it. He's got that. So, I mean, I was impressed.
He's 100% special. Tell me this, though. Do you think he should be the highest paid player in the NFL?
Who's that?
Odell.
I mean...
He said it in an interview. He's like, he wants to be the highest paid player in the NFL.
Wow,
he deserves
in
it?
the NFL. We'll see how this year goes. If he balls out, I mean, why not?
100%. He deserves
Why
it,
not?
man. He's done so much for the league. But,
That's true.
you know, kind of... back to our conversation, all right, another story. There was a moment where we went on a trip to a resort, and they gave us this like $1 million villa. You know, there's clubs, anything you could think of to just, you know, be the recipe for a great night. So we get in with all the homeboys, drop our bags off, a group of them just get dressed, immediately run out, you know, pretty much plan to have a good time. And Gronk's like, I'm gonna stay back. You know, I was like, all right, well, what? Let me check on him. And you mentioned to me, which, you know, this generation's big on like trying to figure out a way to make a name for themselves or become famous through anything, you know, social media or whatever. But you mentioned, you were like, Moose, be careful what you wish for. He's like, this fame thing, it's tough. It's a gift and it's a curse. Like, I'd much rather just sit in here and chill, which is the complete opposite of what anybody else would do or think they would do in my situation. Because the moment I go out there, you know, people are taking pictures, people are pulling at me, people are, you know, asking for autographs. I don't give an autograph. You know, people might be rubbed the wrong way. You know, we live in a social media era where if I just slip up once, you know, people will hold it against me. You know, I don't want to be a bad representation for my team and stuff like that. And it's almost to the point like you're in somewhat of a prison. So if you could kind of speak and elaborate on, you know, your experience of, obviously you're this huge figure, you're this household name. So the frustrations that come with, you know, everybody in your business.
I mean, you gotta be able to find ways to deal with it. So, I mean, if you're not down at that situation, if you're not feeling it, like obviously I'd rather just stay back and just hang with the boys and just be like everyone else. Just be hanging, cracking jokes, just enjoying the night. I mean, so at that times, just got to be able to understand that what position I'm at now, where I'm at in my life, and when I feel like it, I mean, it's fun sometimes. You can definitely appreciate the fans, appreciate the love, but I mean, at times 24/7 doing that, you got to have some me time, you got to have some friend time, you got to have some family time, and all that. So there's just times that you want to be to yourself. Many times you just want to be like the boys. That's why sometimes just having people over at the house, going swimming, just hanging out in the room is sometimes just the best option. I mean, everyone always thinks growing up, boom, that's the guy that goes out every night, that does this and that, but it's not really a case like that. I mean, sometimes you just want to lay low key, just hang out, and be with one of the guys.
Look, that's real. I mean, if literally, you know, if you're kind of wondering where we're at right now, you know, we are in a bar. The kid built a fully functioning bar / club in the basement of his house. Like right in front of me is a dance floor. Over there's a pool table, there's a movie theater, and a fully functioning bar. And when I say it's gone down in here, like you can only imagine the mental pictures in my mind. Like it's
just a little get together.
get
We
together.
cooked some pizza in that oven right there.
Look, that's
You
it.
know, we got the disco lights for some disco dance moves.
There you go.
Some BPM music with those lights.
100%.
Yeah, you know.
Look, if you ever have the opportunity to get invited to a GRONK party, look, honestly.
And we're feeling it. And we're feeling it. We're ready.
Look, all right, you know exactly what I'm thinking, but we discussed it with the curses of being famous, but it's also a gift. Like, so to kind of elaborate on the experiences you've had, which have just been viral, impactful, and just like caught the attentions of multiple people, I kind of want you to, rate it on when I give you the experience, I kind of want you to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, and kind of give a quick summary of, what really went down. So first we got the GRONK cruise.
The GRONK cruise, you were on it. Everyone was on that. That thing was bomb. What's the rating? From 0 to 10?
Yeah.
What I give it?
Yeah.
I give it a 9.
A
9 out of 10. I mean, it was top of the line. All the artists. What was so cool about that? Where all the artists were cool.
Yeah.
All the artists. I mean, that was my first time really meeting musicians, rappers, singers, all that. So.
Yo, speaking of rappers, after the Super Bowl, Rick Ross did an interview, and they were like, what's the hardest you ever went in a party?
Yeah, I heard about this.
He was like,
I saw this. This was crazy.
He said the other night, I threw up for the first time ever in my life, partying, and it was with the GRONK. And I was like, dude, you got the respect.
Oh man, yeah, I remember it. That was a classic time, classic story right there. He ducked right into the table. I was like the only one who saw him go, and I was just like, woo! And it was hilarious. I never seen that before. Someone just partying like that and just ducked down. He knew what he was doing. He knew it was coming, and just ducked right down. Got rid of it, and then all of a sudden he just disappeared a couple minutes later and got out. So it was classic, man. That was a good night.
Do you feel like it's any and everybody, kind of wants to party with GRONK? Is that like a thing?
I mean, I feel like it is. I mean, that's another thing. Like, everyone thinks I'm just going ham 24/7. I mean, that's not really the case. I mean, obviously, like the time I do go out, it's everywhere, so everyone thinks I'm going ham 24/7. But now, I mean, but if I'm feeling it, if I got it some off time in the off season or something, then watch out. I mean, I can get it rolling.
I've literally seen people run to a section to party with them. Nothing against
if we're feeling it, yes.
Like,
it's the best time. It's the best time out.
Yeah, look, and then when his brothers get together, oh my goodness.
When we got the crew, it's good times.
All right, another experience, WrestleMania, WWE.
Oh, WrestleMania. That was bomb. I mean, Mojo Rawley, Andre the Giant, Battle Royale took the victory. Gave him a little help, but you see that deck I gave to Jinder Mahal.
It looked real.
Yeah, it was real. It was a real hit. It was a real full hit, and I gave all my power to it. He went flying, but I grabbed the ropes and gave him a couple kicks there. I mean, that was not. I mean, I wasn't really supposed to do that, but I mean, I was feeling it. I felt like I belonged in that ring, so I just had to do a couple extra kicks. But that was one of the greatest experiences, just growing up as a kid. That was just a dream come true right there since childhood.
You already know, everybody loved it. So, what is another experience? You do TV and movies, crash leads. You're in Entourage and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, it's fun getting a little experience with everything because you don't know what you're really going to do after your career. You don't know.
Is that something you want to do?
I mean, possibly, for sure. I mean, that's why I like doing it, just to get a grip on it, see how it goes. So when I'm done playing football, I can have something lined up or have a possibility of a couple things lined up. So it's fun doing a couple of the movies, doing the show Crash Leads. It's on Nickelodeon for the kids. Wherever I go in the U.S., always people are like, oh, my kid watches Crash Leads. So that's always cool to see. And kids coming up to chanting like Crash Leads and all at camp, wherever I am, is awesome.
Look, what else can I think of? What about DJing?
DJing, I never really tried that before. I mean, I fake DJ many times in the club.
People go, wow.
Yeah, I mean, I have no clue how to DJ. I mean, I've hit a few buttons before. I messed up a couple DJ sets. I hit a couple buttons, totally stopped the music, had to hurry up, put it back on and everything. But I never really DJed or got into it. I mean, it would be cool to know how to do it, but I don't got the skills right now for it.